act of procreation. And they really don't like
that
aspect of it.
They don't like it. They want it regulated. They want to be able to tell you when to do it so they can tell you when to do other stuff.
That's right.
And if people notice, you know what, we do it just like the monkeys do it.
That's right.
Well, guess what? It does minimize the whole wonder of God's creation.
That's
I mean,
right.
if we had completely different organs and completely different methods from everybody else, that would be probably a little bit different.
Right. There's no such thing as the Immaculate Conception. All right.
Well spoken.
Hi, I read your website with interest. Although I don't consider myself a strong atheist, more like an agnostic, I share many of your concerns. I too have always heard the phrase freedom of religion and never really liked it because it implies we need to choose a religion. We have freedom not to believe in God at all. A better phrase would be freedom of and freedom from religion. I seldom hear it used, though. Also, some people think non-believers are more apt to be criminals or non-caring people. I don't really believe that. Any statistics on that? No decent person likes to see their fellow man suffer. Also, evolution is a no-brainer to me. We obviously evolved. That's one thing I'm sure of. The details of just exactly how we evolved have some mystery, but there's no mystery to me at all that we did evolve. People that think otherwise are either ignorant or not very smart, in my view, not including children who have not had the chance to study the matter for themselves. Just my thoughts. So,
well, there's a couple points there. First of all, freedom of religion should ideally include, don't put that away, I need that.
All right.
Freedom of religion should include freedom from religion. There are some people who do not agree. There are some politicians who do not agree. There are certain political parties that do not agree that freedom of religion includes freedom from religion. That's a bad thing.
And some Supreme Court justices,
and some Supreme Court justices, and that's a scary thing. When you think about it, making freedom of religion a position from which you choose a religion and not choose not a religion is a scary thing. As far as non-believers more apt to be criminals or non-caring people, I have only one statistic to support that. As of 1996, I believe, the number of atheists in the country ranged around 8 to 10%. The number of atheists in federal prison was 0.4%. So we're far below our per capita or the expectations of what would expect. Certainly, if 30 million people in this country were more apt to become criminals, there'd be a lot of crime. Certainly, if 30 million people in this country were more apt to become evil, we'd have big problems. But there aren't. And the only reason that they talk like that is because of fear. They don't want you talking to atheists, because the more you talk to atheists, the more educated you will be that atheists are not evil, as the Bible says we are. Atheists are not to be avoided, as the Bible says we are. And if you start questioning that, then you're going to start questioning other things in the Bible. The whole point of making atheists the bad guys is to stop you from talking to them, because they don't want you thinking about your own personal religion. Yes, of course, evolution is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. It is scientific fact. There is no doubt that evolution has occurred. And yes, just as Russ mentioned, there is some mystery as to the exact way it happened. There is some mystery as to the exact path that evolution took. That's the fun of science, learning about it. But actually thinking that, no, it didn't happen, the invisible magic man in the sky, who has never been born and will never die, created everything as is 6,000 years ago, is kind of silly. Okay? I'm not supposed to put down religions, but let's face some facts here. It is kind of silly. It is provably wrong so many times that a child literally could do it with a compass. Somebody in 4th grade could prove Genesis 1:1 wrong with a compass and a telescope. And it's too bad that people are so unhappy about that concept. You know, they're actually retranslating portions of the Bible. It's called the Western version of the Bible, where they're taking out the stuff that doesn't fit anymore. They're actually taking out the stuff. And what I'm hoping is that they're actually going to put some stuff in about, you know, being tolerant, being, you know, understanding of people who are different, and not pushing their religion down everybody else's throat.
There are materials you can buy now for converting Mormons, and it's this Protestant group is going after the Mormons. So talk about tolerant. It's not just atheists that they have intolerance for, it's other religions.
Oh, and those Jews.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, there's not too much tolerance in religion, and a lot of people come to me. It's a little bit of a digression, but a lot of people come to me and say, "So you're the national spokesperson of American Atheists, so you go around trying to convert people to atheism." I tell them, "No, I don't. I don't care. That's not what we do." People assume that since Christians are constantly trying to convert people, that atheists must be the exact opposite and constantly trying to convert people the other way. The exact opposite is true. We are the exact opposite. We don't care what you do. You do your own thing as long as you don't make us pay for it, and as long as you don't bring it into our lives. You believe in any invisible magic man in the sky that you want. Just don't make my kid do it, and don't make me pay for it.
Well, we do try and educate the public as to the benefits of atheism, and that we think it is a very good philosophy of life, so to speak.
But we don't proselytize. We don't go door to door.
We
some people
should.
do. Well,
we probably should.
Some people think we should.
Because the people are not learning about atheism. They're not hearing it in the schools. They're not hearing it from the government. They're not hearing it anywhere, so that they think it's a bad thing. It's a negative thing that people don't talk about. I think we should talk about it more. It should be on television more. People should hear about it more. And in that sense, I think that it's a good thing.
And one of the things that I do all the time to that end is I always wear an atheist T-shirt. I always wear an atheist sweatshirt. I always have something on my car that denotes me as an atheist.
Yeah.
And I think everybody should do that. And 9 times out of 10, the response is positive. My favorite shirt is the Proud to be an American Atheist T-shirt. I have like 30 of them. And I wear them all the time. My mother was wearing one yesterday. You look very good in it, Ma. But the whole concept is it's very positive. It doesn't say you should do this. It just says I'm proud. And people come up to me all the time, with a positive comment. Very rarely a negative comment.
That's true. That's true.
Very
a lot of
rarely a
people are
negative
afraid
comment.
to say that
You
they're
should
an
do it.
atheist because they think that they're going to get a negative response from you. So if you have something on your car, or you're wearing a button or a shirt that says that you're an atheist, people will be so happy. Ah, there's somebody else. Just think of yourself
as an activist. It makes you an activist just to wear the clothing.
Here's another letter from Bradley. I am Bradley. I am a disabled man due to the brain tumor I had at 13 years of age. This was in 1980. I got to spend 6 months in 4 comas in 1997 due to some additional problems. I have now had 14 operations. I have always been a closet atheist, but now I will no longer hide.
There you go.
So throughout all of that, he didn't turn to God. He's not angry with religion or not angry with God. He's just always been an atheist.
Well, one of the biggest problems that we had, and that's a good segue, because one of the biggest problems that we have in this country is the number of atheists that are closeted. Okay? The number of atheists that are afraid to come out and say that they're atheists. They say there's something else. They call themselves, doubters or agnostics or secular humanists.
Look at exactly what you're. I've got this email right in front of me, and it says,
Dear Ellen Johnson, I won't say what my name is due to the fact that I live in the South.
There you go.
Therefore, a lot of my friends and family and coworkers are extremely religious. Well, I haven't read the rest of this letter. If you dare even mention or attempt to bring up the subject of non-believers, she gets really upset. Especially my mom. She gets really upset. Like everyone else, they accuse such a person as being evil or believing in the devil. To them, you are either one or the other. I myself have questioned the existence of God. If you ask me if I believe, my answer is I don't know. It can't be proven or unproven. I don't believe in their superstitions. They make no sense. Now, if anyone knew I was writing this to you, I would be condemned, alienated, looked upon as a devil worshiper or evil itself. Yes, the ignorant people who you don't want to be your friends anyways would look upon you as evil itself. But I guarantee this person knows more atheists than they think they know. I guarantee you that every single person hearing my voice knows more atheists than they think they know. And the big problem with all these people who think that being an atheist is evil, being an atheist is no good, being an atheist is malevolent, these people have never met an atheist that they know of. They've met atheists. But those people say, oh, I don't know, they avoid the subject, they call themselves Jews or Christians or whatever, or Unitarians, but they're really atheists. Note, there's no problem with being Jewish or Christian or whatever. My point is that they're saying they are when they're not, okay? And the reason that these people are ignorant, and that's all this is, it's all ignorance, is because they've only been told one thing and not the truth. They've never met somebody who says, hi, I'm an atheist, let's go have lunch. They've never met this person. And yes, absolutely, positively, there will be some people who will say, you're an atheist, you're evil, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Well, guess what? These people are bigots. and they're not worth your time.